going on? Welcome back to another video. In the last video we done a pike fishing with hard lures and it was pretty good. Quite a few fish in a short session. We ended up, I think it was 6 fish, something like that. But you know, I think the water temperature's still pretty low, so I'm going to switch things up today and we're going to actually do a bit of which I'm sure you've seen by the title already. I'm going to pike fish with jigs. Gonna namely use things like this, which is the 4D river roach, only the really small version. Lots of different colours that we've got with me today. But yeah, namely that'll be something along those lines. We've got cannibal shads and we've got other different sort of types of soft plastics. Fishing on jigs. Nice slow presentation on the bottom. Fishing in new water as well that I've never fished before, so it'll be interesting to see. Hopefully there's not too many snags. But yeah, let's get going. Okay, so first cast we've went for the natural roach colour. I've got a 12-gram jig head on too, because it's about 10-foot depth in this spot, but also there's, as you can see, there's quite a bit of a breeze and I want to make sure that I've got a heavy enough jig head to get me out and also cut through the wind. Right, the way I like to fish my jigs then is just pop, pop, pop and a pause. That'll hit the bottom again, bit of a pause, same again. 1, 2, 3. Nice and easy, nice pause. Sometimes I'll not even pop it, I'll just give it a bit of a reel, drag it along the bottom. Same again, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And that's just the basics of it. Nothing too fancy, just bounce it along the bottom. Any pike then it's just sitting on the bottom is going to see it, potentially have a go at it then. If I feel like the jig head's too heavy, then we'll change it up, put something a bit lighter so there's a bit more of a hang time in the strike zone. The wind is a bit of a killer, to be honest, but I'm confident we'll get a few. Back on the SGS2 rod that I like using for all my light work. Said you seen it in the last video when we used it for our twitch baits and on the hard baits that we were using. So it's a really good rod for this style of fishing as well. It's 10 to 35 grams, 7'3". Really nice action to it. Soft top to give you plenty of control of the lure. So I've got a number of soft plastics, rubber baits, whatever you want to call them, with me, all different colours, shapes, sizes. So I'll just keep chopping and changing, both with them and with the weights of the jigs, until we find what the pike are after. I do like using jigs. Something that I've came away from a lot more over the last few years. Sort of casting bigger lures, bigger shads and that sort of thing. Trolling, obviously, big baits. I forget just how good and effective fishing with jigs can be. I sort of hope I haven't scudded myself there and not catch anything with them, but they could be so good on their day. Right, so change the lure, change the jig head down to 7 gram. Same type of lure, but we're going for the, I don't know really, is it motor oil? Is that what that's probably known as? So we'll see now exactly. Yeah, it feels much better, a lot slower on the sink, a lot more time off the bottom for the pike to nail it. The trick is then for me just to keep my eye on the orange line, watch for any bites. But I feel a lot more in control now. But in fairness, the wind has died off slightly there, so that's maybe why. Yeah, looking good. Try a couple of erratic twitches and let it sink. So you can get a reaction take. As I said, I'll keep swapping about the colours until I find something to want. There we go, fish on. Oh, really subtle take. Ah. Oh, excellent on the light rod. He's not even that big, but really nice bend in the rod. You can see the lure just sticking out the top. Lovely. As I said before, I like just getting them at my feet as opposed to netting them all the time. I find sometimes netting them can stress them out when you don't really need to. There we go, hooked. Just lovely on the top lip. He's just still managed to bite me somehow. That's for my trouble. So there we go. Motor oil, 4D river roach, tooth in the finger. First pike of the session. Lovely, really nice fish. Only a wee one, but fun on the 35 gram rod. Just want a bigger one now. Okay, so camera wasn't rolling. Literally just put the last fish back, cast out, and bang, we ended up with a slightly better fish. So I'll get him out and let you see him. Yeah, there we go. Lovely fish. Big fat belly on it. Must be on the feed just before they start to spawn. But yeah, excellent fun on the light rod. Unfortunately I didn't have the camera going, so you missed it, but get him back and get another one. Right, so this is the colour that I've went for. Bit more natural. Plenty of flash off the belly of it. Don't ask me what the colour is. I think it's one of the new ones. I just don't know. We're just going to call it new colour for the time being. But it stands out really well. But doesn't look too out of place and flashy. As in with a bright orange or a bright yellow. I'm feeling that. We'll go back onto the motor oil. Right, new spot. Wind is awful. There's no shelter here whatsoever. 7 gram jig head is probably going to be no use because the wind is cutting right down through the braid from the side, which means then I'm not going to have a lot of control over the lure. So I'll maybe have to go on a heavier jig head. Maybe even something quite extreme compared to what I'm using at the minute, but we'll see, give it a go. We'll see how it fares out. Probably going to stick the motor oil colour back on to be fair as well. There's a fish. Fish, first cast. That's a mad take. Didn't even. I thought it hooked the bottom. Me complaining about jig heads and complaining about the colour of the lure, and I get a fish almost in the first cast. It might have been the second cast. Either way, that's a fish. Nice. First fish on that colour. I was about to change it. There we go. Try not to grab it too much. Nice and easy. On you go. Thank you for playing. Right, so yeah, as I was saying, great colour, great jig head, weight, everything's perfect. Oh, what do I know? I'll get it back out again. Go again. And that's it for today. Super tough session. It's hard work fishing with those jigs all day, and you know, not a lot of bites, to be honest. 3 bites and 3 fish. So hookup rate, excellent. Actual bite rate, not so much. I don't know. Just sometimes you get them, sometimes you don't. I said they maybe just weren't on it today, but as I said, super happy with the setup. Really good fun whenever you do hook them. And anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Glad to get back into a bit of jig fishing again. I will continue to do it now. I'll try not to forget about it and go back to the big shads. But yeah, enjoyable day nonetheless. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.